Hi, I'm HEALYMEANS. Welcome to my channel and welcome to a Backyard Shenanigans video. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the final of 4 live streams where I have been sowing my 2025 seeds in my Greenstalk garden starter kit. The previous 3 live streams, I did 1 kit per live stream. So make sure you check out those after you check out this one. So if you're here for the live stream or if you're coming for the replay, I definitely appreciate you. But check out all 4 live streams so you'll see everything that I'm growing for my 2025 garden. I don't want to waste too much time, y'all. And I definitely want to get to the grand finale, which is some very old seeds. Speaking of which, if you are interested in receiving a sample of any of the seeds that you've seen me sow, most of them are old, and I'm talking basically 2021 through 2024. I do have one seeds packet from 2014, and I think I did sow just a couple 2025, maybe just a couple 2025 seeds, but the majority of them are 2022. So if you are interested in trying some old seeds, all you have to do is send me a self-addressed postpaid envelope, and then the choices or the varieties of the fruits, vegetables, or herbs that you have seen in these videos. Now, depending on how many people request what type of seed, that will determine how many varieties you receive and then how many seeds per variety. I will try to include at least 5 seeds for the larger seeds, and then more than that for the smaller seeds. So again, if you're interested in trying some old seeds, send me a self-addressed postage paid postage stamped envelope, and just let me know your choices and what do you want. You can also send me an email just to confirm whether or not I still have the varieties that you want. And I'm thinking with the package that I'm using, I probably can fit 5 to 10 um baggies of seeds in one envelope, in a regular standard size on mailing envelope. So that is that. Also, you will see a few banners scrolling at the bottom. Make sure you take a look at that. Everything is for information only. If you decide to act on what you see, or if you have any questions, please let me know. Please remember to like, comment, share, subscribe, all of that good stuff. And now let's get into the video. So as I have mentioned in the previous videos, I am using the new Greenstalk Garden Starter Kit. These came out in January. I believe I purchased mine in March when they had the sale on these. I think everything for the color green was on sale, and so I purchased these. And I'm actually waiting. So if y'all hear the doorbell ring, like I want to go check and see. I'm actually waiting for, and let me pop this up, the domes, the matching domes. Hold on, let's get this on the screen. So these are what the domes look like. Some people call them humidity domes. I think Greenstalk just advertises them as starter kit domes. And so you have a dome per 6-pack. And I was mentioning in the last live stream that I'm glad that it is domes for each 6-pack and not a dome to fit over the entire tree. That way I can move 6-packs around. Maybe some plants are ready to be exposed to full sun while others still need shade, or others still need protecting, or they still need more time to grow. I can individually, well, by the 6-pack, um, move the seedlings and stuff to where they need to be. So I definitely appreciate that. If you want to see what the entire seed tray kit looks like, check out my unboxing video, and then you can see it a little bit in the picture as well. Now, for today, we are doing the last, like I said, this is the 4th of 4 live streams where I'm sowing my seeds for 2025. Y'all, I know it's the middle going into the end of April, but hey, I'm right on time for me. You'll see scrolling at the bottom now the seeds that I will be planting, and I'm going to show them sowing, and I'll show them as I'm sowing them. I do have, y'all, my same my same little white napkin and my tweezers to help me with those smaller seeds. So I'm going to get started with this first 6-pack. If you want to know what I use for my soil mix, check out the YouTube short or the community post where I explained exactly what was in the soil mix. I call this Healy's Hefty Seed Starting Mix because it's not just peat moss, and perlite. I do have some additional things in there, partially because I want the seeds to kind of catch up with the calendar time. And then just partly because I want to see if this will become my permanent seed starting mix or if it's too heavy or, just what's what. I'm experimenting, which is what I do a lot in my garden. So I'm going to show you, this is um everything that I'm going to be planning today. Now, when I made this list, I did this back in probably January or February. So what I'm actually sowing after I went back and looked at all of my seeds may be a little bit different from what you see on the screen, but it's close. It's close. So generally in this 6-pack tray, I'm doing basically leafy greens. So lettuce, spinach, kale, collard, mustard, squash, zucchini. And you might be saying, Healy, well, it's too late for mustard, kale, collard, spinach, lettuce. It's too late. It's too late. Well, guess what? We're gonna see. We're gonna see because I already pulled all of these seeds out of my little seed storage containers. If you want to know the seed storage containers I use, it's the photo albums. So like the 4x6 individual albums that's in the case. I do have videos or community posts or whatever to just show you how I set up my seeds. Originally I sorted them in alphabetical order by year. And then last year, I decided to switch it up and do them by month to sow. And y'all, that just didn't work for me. It didn't work for me partially because here in Southern California, Zone 10B, 11A, the growing season is literally the entire year, all 12 months. I can sow seeds like in the ground outside, something every month of the year. So assigning the seeds to months, I felt like I couldn't see everything that I had. And if I missed the month that the package was in, I felt like, oh, it was a missed opportunity, which of course I know that is not. And you can sow seeds, across several months, either with succession sowing, or if you miss one month, you can do it either the month later or sometimes even a month earlier. So sorting my seeds by sewing month, it just didn't work for me. So then I switched everything back to alphabetical order. And that's what I'm most comfortable with. So let's start. Um, yeah, let's do these because these are some of the smaller seeds. So you see, I have Georgia Southern Collards. Those are from Botanical Interest 2022 seeds. I have Premier Blend Kale, also from Botanical Interest, also 2022 seeds. And then I have Southern Giant Curl Mustard. That's Fairy Morse. So I probably got that either from Home Depot or Lowe's. And then those are 2022 seeds. So let me pull out that stack because I have all of this stuff together. As you can see, now this is the yellow clothespin because if you recall, each live stream I had my seeds grouped by clothespin colors. So we did the red, we did the blue, we did the green, and now we are doing the yellow. And then I have my little popsicle sticks that show the plant and the year on the front side, and then the specific variety on the back. I'm not going to waste too much time with that because at this point, you have seen it 3 times already, and now this is the 4th time. All right, let me just check the comments and make sure that's good. And then check the volume. I don't see anyone in here yet, but when you come in, please let me know if you can hear me, and if you can see me. I think I'm good, but just let me know. All right, I'm gonna start with the mustard. And something I did in the previous days, I was sowing a different variety in each of the 6 cells, because originally I had it set up to sow the same variety in 2 cells, just to increase the opportunity for germination, and success for germination. But then I went back through my seeds, and like I said, I started doing a different variety for each cell, for each pocket. But I think, and I see the way that I have these laid out, I've gone back to having um 2 pockets per packet, because I only have 3 in this group. So that must means that I'm sowing 2 cells with the same. So I'm going to start off with the Southern Giant Curled Mustard. And I may have some of this in Aunt Jerry's raised bed. And that is a 6x2 raised bed. It is on the ground, but I have landscaping fabric um at soil level on the ground. And that does allow water and nutrients and everything to and oxygen to get through into the bottom of the bed. But hopefully the reason why I did it was to prevent bugs and creepy crawlies, at least from coming through the bottom up to the top. Now, I would tell y'all, I get the bugs and the creepy crawlies. And I think it was probably like 2 weeks ago or something, y'all. I saw my first um fig beetle, fig fruit beetle. Y'all, if you know my history with that, if you see any of my videos before and you heard me talk about those fig beetles, y'all, I cannot do it with them. I can't do it with them. Now, this soil was pre-moistened like a couple days ago. So this is my 3rd day of doing these videos. I believe I did 2 videos the first day. I did 1 video yesterday, and then I'm doing the final video today. After I mixed the soil, filled all of the cells and pre-moistened the cells, I haven't done anything else to them because they've been inside. So I haven't re-watered them to touch them up or anything. Even the 3 trays that I have, I'm looking at them right now. Even the 3 trays that I have that I do have seeds in, because I sowed them, yesterday and the day before, I did not like top them off with a small level of soil, nor did I water them in. And I'm doing it on purpose because even though I sold those yesterday and the day before, I'm trying to get everything kind of like started and outside at the same time, because I do have to do all of my growing outside. The only reason that all of this stuff is inside is because this is a soil less mixture. I have tried sowing seeds and growing things inside. Y'all, the gnats and the bugs. Nope, nope, nope. Can't do it. These are the mustard seeds, and you can see they are quite small. Before, y'all, in the beginning, like 2 days ago, I was trying to be all careful. I'm only gonna put 2 seeds, per pocket. Maybe I'll do 3 seeds. Y'all, this the 4th day. All right, I have 4 seeds in my hand, so that's not bad. But see, trying to nitpick, especially with these little small seeds, y'all. Mm-mm. I put 4 in there. So I'm gonna put 4 in this one and try to put, you know, 4 or less in the other one. Now these are what I said these were. All right, y'all. This is the mustard. So here is, hopefully I'm showing this to you. Like actually, I think I'm not. Okay, so this should be right side up. So you see the variety here, and then you see the plant in the year here. So I am going to actually I think I'm gonna put it right here. So then it's a reminder to myself, in the way that I have the stick pointing is um the pockets that the stick is pointing to. So like I have it right here. So that means it's these two pockets. But if I had it positioned this way, then it would be these three pockets. So this is just a way to remind me what's in what pocket, because I didn't make enough popsicle sticks for every single pocket. I just made a stick for each variety. All right. So now let me try to get 4 or less, y'all. Let me try to get 4 or less. And this is the mustard seed. And we're gonna see how it does. And if I end up having to, harvest some things early because it looks like the heat is getting to it and it's trying to bolt, like, that's okay. I'm fine. With small leaves, smaller fruit and vegetables, like smaller produce. It doesn't have to be jumbo giant. Like, I'm fine with that. It doesn't have to be jumbo giant. I'm cool. All right, so these are the 2 cells on the end here for the mustard. Put this back up, y'all, and I'm trying to like clean up as I go a little bit here. So next I'm going to do, now let me see, the mustards are big, collards are big too. I was trying to say, okay, if I had like the 2 taller things on the outside and the shorter thing in the middle, y'all, but it don't, because hopefully I will be transplanting these before they get like humongous. I don't want them to be sitting in these starter trays for too long. These are the collards. Another small seed, but definitely larger than the mustard seed. Let's see. Here is just some information about the Greenstalk. Oh, y'all, hold on. Hold on, y'all. That might be my domes. Hold on. I know this live, y'all, but hold on. Ooh. Thank you. Thank you. Y'all, if y'all can hear me, oh my goodness, this box is heavy. I forgot though, it wasn't just the dome that I ordered, y'all. I ordered. Oh, can we do? Can we do an unboxing on the live stream? Oh my goodness, y'all. Hold up. Wait. Oh, hold on. I'm gonna show y'all this box, but no, I can't even. I can't. It's a huge box, y'all. Anyway, so the domes have arrived, and I ordered some other stuff too, but I'm gonna do a separate unboxing. Y'all know now I'm real excited. Now I'm extra excited now, y'all. All right. And if you're here for the live stream or if you're here for the replay, please do me a favor. Like this live stream, share it, subscribe to my channel if you like what you're seeing and you're hearing. And I would definitely appreciate that. Hit up that notifications bell, make sure it is set to all. Now, I left off with the collards, and I was saying how these seeds are just a little bit larger than the mustard seeds. If you read this book I read, they reference mustard seeds and they tell you a little bit about it. Do kind of like a comparison. But now you know what I'm going to ask y'all to do. If you know, you know. I want you to go back, read that famous verse that everybody read in the context of the other verses before it and a couple after it. And just see if that verse means either what you think it means or what you have been taught that it means, like this whole time. That's all I'm saying. Just See if it means what you think it means or what you have been told that it means uh for all the time that you've been taught. I am definitely a believer in the original text. Now, do I speak Hebrew and Greek and do I know I don't? But that's what the concordance and stuff is for. And to help me to translate and understand the meaning of things as they were meant when they were written, not a 20th and 21st century meaning, definition, interpretation, translation, but what stuff meant at the time that it was written. I learned a lot of stuff, y'all, once I was made aware of that. Learned a lot of stuff. All right, so these are our collards. I'm gonna put that stick right here. And then the last thing for this tray, y'all, I'm so excited that the domes arrived and y'all saw it. So on live, well, I mean, you can't see the box. I'm gonna see at some point if I could pick that box up, y'all, but the box is heavy. And it's a big old box. But then, so I remember I must have ordered, you know what I did? I ordered some other stuff. So it's not just the dome. And that's why the box is so big. I did order quite a few. So I ordered 8 sets of domes. I have 4 sets of starter kit trays now, but y'all, I want 4 more. And I'm gonna tell you, so the last sale where I bought the domes, they came out with a new color for the starter tray kit. Cherry Blossom, I believe they call it Cherry Blossom. And it's like a pinkish, they say, with a little sheen to it. And I want it. And then they also have black. But I like to get the different color kits so I can mix and match the little starter trays. I can mix and match the colors. The same thing like I did for my Greenstalks. I have the green and it's not evergreen because this darker green is evergreen, but it's another, I can't remember, but it's a lighter green. And then I have the chocolate brown. And I bought the 2 different colors and then mixed the colors of the tiers in my Greenstalk. I just do that. I like contrasting colors and stuff like that. All right, y'all. This one is the Premier Blend Kale, and it's a mix of, let me see. It's a mix of a few different varieties. So it's a blend of 5 delicious kales: dwarf blue curled, improved dwarf Siberian, Nero Toscana, Lacinato, that's a dinosaur kale, Premier, and Red Russian. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, Nero Toscana Lacinato is 1, and then Premier, and then Red Russian. So we got 5 different varieties of kale with different colors and everything. So you never know what you're gonna get until you plant them. Some of the seeds do look a little bit different, but y'all, I can't tell. Like I cannot tell which one of these is the 5 varieties. So we're gonna sprinkle in, a little bit, and I'm gonna try to, do 4 or less, even though y'all, when I was running my mouth and doing the collards, I know I probably did like 5 or 6. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. All right, 4 in here. 1. Try to see if I can pick out like 3 more. Okay. 2, 3, 4. And y'all heard when my doorbell rang. By the time I got to the door, and I got up pretty quick, y'all. By the time I got to the door, The UPS man was already back in the truck putting his seatbelt on. I was saying thank you, and he ain't even hear me because he was revving up the engine, putting his seatbelt on, and ready to fly down the street. I'm like, dang. But at least he rang the doorbell, y'all. Some of these delivery drivers, like they don't even ring the doorbell to let you know that they arrived. You just happen to open the door. The next time you open your front door, and then then you have the package. And in my neighborhood, I am very thankful and grateful that we have not been affected by porch pirates. Um, and I'm just praying that it stays that way. But I live in a pretty quiet. Here is. Am I showing y'all this? Like, hopefully, I'm showing this to you right and not backwards. But we live in a pretty quiet area. Not too much go around here. But I like that. I like that, and we haven't been, affected by porch pirates. But I do, if I'm home and I expect a package because I track the delivery, you know how they give you a time frame and stuff like that. If I'm home, I'm definitely looking out for it. I used to listen for the doorbell. But now since they barely ring the doorbell, or I mean, maybe they ring the doorbell, but I'm under the hair dryer or something, I might not hear it. By the time you figure out what's going on, this probably the end of their shift. They zooming out the way. All right, y'all. So here is the first 6-pack. We have mustard, collards, and kale. If you can see those popsicle sticks. And we're gonna move on to the next tray. And y'all, it might be possible that I can actually get a few trays done. I definitely got to get the showstopper done, y'all. Let's go with some lettuce. So I believe I have 6 different types of lettuce, but I'm only planting 3 types of lettuce per tray. Here we have 2023 Burgundy Delight Red Lettuce. And this is from a fellow YouTuber, the same YouTuber that gave me like the other seeds. Y'all should be hooking me up. Thank you very much. And oh y'all, this 2023 red Roman, I know y'all probably familiar. I mean red romaine lettuce. Y'all, both of these, this burgundy delight lettuce and the red romaine, they are so pretty and they taste so good. And then finally the butter crunch lettuce. This is one of my favorite lettuces, the butter crunch. My favorite kind of like green butter crunch lettuce. This is one of my favorite ones. It does very well. And I cannot remember of the 6 varieties of lettuce that I'm planting, y'all, at least one of them has some kind of heat tolerance. Now I can't remember which one. So I'm not gonna say, but we're gonna see. And the good thing with lettuce is, you can pick it early, you can let it grow a little bit longer, or you can pick it almost to the point where it is bolting and going to seed, and you can still, make you a few sandwiches or a salad or a wrap or whatnot. Oh, y'all, that's deja vu. This is deja vu right here. But we're gonna keep going. Right now, what I'm trying to do is I'm just kind of like roughing up the area just so I can drop the seeds in and then kind of fold some of this soil over that I'm scraping off to the sides. But I am gonna put a light dusting of soil over all of the trays before I water them in. I'm gonna do all of that outside, y'all. That'll be after. That'll be after all the videos. So I'm gonna put this butter crunch in the middle just because I have 2 red lettuces that are on the outsides. And then here, let's see, I have these. And y'all know with lettuce, just like with the mustard and the collard and the kale, these seeds are so small. Now I don't mind having a few extra seeds per pocket. I don't want to put too many. So this is 4. That's good. I don't want to put too many. But I don't mind, kind of like overseeding because lettuce is good, easier to like pull apart and then up pot them into you know, even separate containers or into their permanent homes. So that's all right. I don't mind with the let. Y'all, did I say I was gonna put it in the middle and you saw me put it right on the end? Running my mouth, y'all. Not paying attention. That's all right. 3. All right, 4. I had 5 in my hand, y'all, but I got the 1 left, so I'm gonna go ahead and put that back. Oh, y'all almost dropped this whole pack. Please, no. All right, so these are the butter crunch, and I'm just gonna put this right here so y'all can see the variety. All I see is lettuce and the year, but you can see the variety this way as I'm planting. I'm going to do the Burgundy Delight. Oh, y'all, I don't have that many seeds left. That's because I was succession planting these seeds like up a storm. And I was supposed to save seeds. And either I did not or I did, and they're somewhere in my containers. And I just did. Oh, y'all, this is the last. This gonna be the last of them. I have got to remind myself to save seeds this time and remember where I put them and everything. Y'all, I can't believe like this is the last of my Burgundy Delight seeds. Now I might have some of these seeds from a vendor, you know, like from a company, but I'm gonna tell y'all, I mean, it ain't nothing like homegrown seeds, like save seeds, y'all. Nothing like it. Nothing like it. All right, let me put this. I'm gonna save this, and this will just be. Hopefully, I'll put this somewhere where it'll remind myself, or I'll come back and watch my live stream and remember that I said that I need to save it. But once I see, I'm gonna see like this empty packet. I'm gonna see this, and it's gonna remind me that I need to save seeds. That is the Burgundy Delight. And like I said, those are 2023 seeds. The Butter Crunch is 2022. And then this Red Romaine is also 2023. And I have more of these seeds, but I still need to save seeds for both of these red lettuces. And I'm going to try to do, you know, 4 or less, but I'm not making any promises. That may have been 4, but I can't tell. So this might be 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. And I'm just kind of folding the soil back over and just patting it a little bit. But like I said, I'm going to put a light dusting of my seed starting mix over each of these trays before I water it in. Now, one thing that I have to do, because I have these popsicle sticks kind of like sticking up, I have to see how high the dome comes up. But I have space to push these down because let me see, like, see right now, you see like this popsicle stick is just barely like halfway down. So I have room to push down the popsicle sticks further if the dome, like say the dome only comes up this high. I can push the popsicle sticks down so that the dome fits, you know, securely on the top. So I'm not concerned about that. So we have these seeds. Y'all, we moving with a little speed, even though I'm still over 30 minutes into the live stream. Uh-oh, hold on. Let's get this together. So we have this done. And y'all, let's switch a little bit. I do have more lettuce, but if I run out of time, I can do that off camera. Let's get into some squash and some zucchini. So I have the very common black beauty zucchini. I like these. They grow very well for me. These are 2022 seeds, and they have never let me down. Y'all, these things grow so fast. It's like I could check on them, and maybe it look like it's about 2 or 3 inches overnight, and I come back, it's like 6 inches long. And then if I wait like the next day, that thing like a foot long. Y'all, once these get once the flowers get pollinated and like fertilized, not fertilized, y'all. Once they get pollinated and they start growing, you better be careful because these things will come up quick on you. And y'all, I never now look at them. I did not even switch the thing, and y'all ain't even tell me. So these were what I just did. And let me find the picture for what I'm doing now. And then these are what I'm doing now. So in case, I don't know, you can't see it or you just want to get a reminder or see what it is that I'm planning now. So again, like I said, I have the Black Beauty zucchini squash. I have the early prolific straight neck squash. I also have the crook neck or the crooked neck squash, but I don't think I'm sowing seeds for that one either this year or right now. And then I have a new one to me. This is the gray zucchini. And I wanted to try these because they are a little bit smaller. And to me, they seem to be like a single serving squash. It says this is a summer bush squash, heat resistant, 1950s favorite. The gray zucchini is a gorgeous gray-green variety that is ideal for the small space gardener. Now, this is going to do good in my 5-gallon bucket, I believe. And I think that's why I picked this variety. It says this variety doesn't produce very long squashes, but they produce lots of them. Grows an average of 6 to 8 inches long. They are flavorful and slightly more resistant to powdery mildew than most. This is outstanding, y'all. If this does well for me, I'm going to save seeds, but this is something, it's going to be a repeat purchase off of me just because of the description. It fits everything I need. Small space requirements, small zucchinis, prolific, and more powdery mildew resistant. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. All right. So, and let me see. I'm gonna put these yellow straight neck squash if I can remember. Oh, wait, oh, y'all, I thought it was empty. See? And I don't have these in a little baggie, but that's because these seeds are fairly large. So I didn't feel like I needed to put those in a baggie. So let me just kind of scrape this away. And then these I'm actually going to push down a little bit. We talked previously about how far down um to put your seeds in your soil, and we said like twice the size, twice the width, twice the diameter, just twice what you see in the seed. That's how far you sow it down. And I'm just gonna put two seeds per cell, and we're gonna see how these go. And just so you can see, so this is the early prolific straight neck squash, and these are yellow. So I'm gonna put this here, put the rest of these back in here, and then cover them up. And y'all know how big and how fast squash and zucchini grow once they germinate. So these will not be in here much past their germination time frame, because frankly they're not going to fit. All right, so early prolific straight neck, that is these 2022 seeds. Now I'm going to do the zucchini The Black Beauty zucchini. These are very dependable for me. They always have been. Um, Let me just switch banners, trying to just kind of like switch it up, every now and then. And again, just 2 seeds per cell. And I'm doing 2 seeds because these are 2022 seeds, they are older seeds. Um, but even if both of them germinate, I want both of them to germinate because I want both of them. But 2 is 1 and 1 is none. If you ever heard of that before, so always do at least 2. Well, I do. And these are those seeds. You can't really tell the difference between those two, but let me go ahead and kind of just scoop back some of this soil. And this soil is still moist. Because I watered them in, I watered this soil in pretty well. And I like to sow my seeds in moist soil. Oh, something just looking at these seeds. Some seeds have like a pointy end and a round end. And some people say, oh, you have to, do the pointy end up. You have to do this side down, this, whatever. I mean, you can lay the seeds flat. And I'm okay. So this one in this cell, I have the pointy side up. And then this one, I have the round side up. These two I have flat. So if I can remember, or if y'all can remember, so we have 2 seeds that's flat. Then we have 1 seed, the pointy end up, and then 1 seed. Let me make sure that okay, nope, I did it wrong. 1 seed, the round, hold on, let me see. Yep, the round side up. And we're just going to see if it makes a difference. We're going to see if it makes a difference. I think that the plant has what it takes to make sure that the right end is up, no matter how how it falls or how it's sown. I bet you can figure it out. We're gonna see. All right, so that's the Black Beauty. And then the last one, which is new to me, is this great zucchini. And I'm excited about this great zucchini, especially like I said, smaller footprint, which means I should be able to get away with it in my 5-gallon buckets. Smaller fruit size, smaller produce, which is good for a single serving. And then, that powdery mildew resistance. And here's what these seeds look like. And I'm going to do these 4 seeds, so 2 per cell. And we'll see what germinates and what doesn't. And for these, I'm just gonna lay them flat because normally that's what I do. I just lay the seeds flat. And then I cover them up, whether I'm direct sowing or whether I'm seed starting. I just lay the seeds flat. And like I said, I know that the seeds will get to the position that they need to get to. All right, let's see here. If anybody is in the live stream and you want to come up, look at the link in the description. And then I also have the link here. And y'all, for real, I know it's good because I went back on the live stream yesterday and I think I actually had the YouTube link in instead of the StreamYard link. But I believe I did have the StreamYard link in the description. Y'all, every live stream I'm gonna get better and better. I'm gonna tell y'all, doing these live streams like 3 days in a row, 2 on the first day, 1 yesterday, and then 1 today. Y'all, shout out to everybody that do live streams on a regular basis. Like if you do it on a daily basis, shout out to you. But even if you do them, like 2 or 3 times a week, yo, I want to do more live streams because it gives me the opportunity to interact with you in real time. And that's why I like live streams. But more kind of like just to chit chat and talk and not while I'm doing something else. Because it's hard, I'm trying to do what I'm doing. I'm trying to talk and explain as I go. At the same time, I'm trying to interact with the chat, trying to switch out my little banners and stuff to make sure I don't have the same thing like scrolling the whole time, checking on what I got over here. Just it's a lot of different things. And like I said, this is a one-woman show. So maybe the majority of my future live streams, it'll probably just be me talking about a topic or a subject and not like actively working, y'all, because it's involved sowing these seeds. It is. All right. So here we are with the zucchini and the squash. And again, I have two two cells for three different varieties. So we're gonna put that here. And I think I saw a comment. Hey, David Corey, how you doing? Thank you so much. Yo, that live stream last night. Hey, look, ladies and gentlemen of the YouTube garden community, so many outstanding gardeners that are sharing their experiences here on YouTube. I'm not on any other platform, so I can only talk about YouTube. So many, just my goodness, just yeah. Subscribe to these channels, learn their live stream schedules, because a lot of YouTubers, a lot of gardener YouTubers are pretty consistent with the days and times of their live streams. Y'all, I am not. Every live stream I do is a pop-up. Or you probably get like 30 minutes to maybe 2 hours notice, because I don't even know when I'm gonna do a live stream. But a lot of gardener YouTubes have schedules. And Miss Gail, David Corey, what's her channel? Peach Nut, Miss Gail Peach Nut. I don't remember, y'all. Don't get me to telling the wrong information. But David, if you know it, can you please just put her channel in the chat so people can know, y'all, that live stream. You need to go back and watch the replay. But a lot of the live streams, a lot of the garden live streams, y'all, off the chain. If you want education, if you want knowledge and wisdom, if you want entertainment, all of the above, you'll get it. Miss Linda Tino, the New Orleans gardener, she has a live stream. I think she regularly does her live streams on Sundays and Tuesdays. So I was able to get in on that one. Most of the time though, the live streams, I am working or driving. So sometimes I can listen, but I can't I can't type or chat or whatever, y'all, because I'm working or I'm driving. And so I can't, but I do try to listen in, when I can. So let's see. We are on, look at that, y'all. We did 3 trays already. I got like 10 minutes left. And let me try these. So I have spinach. Hold on, let me try to keep everything organized and together, y'all. Yeah, Georgia Peach Nut Garden. Yes, please subscribe to her channel and check her out, the live stream, y'all. But it's David Corridor for real. He he getting those live streams and he have everything hidden. He have everything hidden. Let me switch out. So now these are the 2 spinach seeds that I'm gonna be sowing. And let me put up my contact information and stuff, because I'm not gonna be on here too much longer. I'm gonna try to get through these, because now this one I only have 2 varieties, so I'm doing 3 cells of 2 varieties because I like spinach, and maybe I can, I don't know, grow them in a way where they won't immediately bolt in this warmer weather. I'll put them in the shade, y'all, half shade half sun or something like that. So I have the Giant Noble. This is 2023, and then I have the Bloomsdale Long Standing. I do have some other spinach varieties, but I think I just wanted to stick with these because they have been very dependable and very reliable for me, both of these varieties. And I normally plant them much earlier because it's already, getting like very warm. But um, I will pick them young if I can, as long as they have like a few leaves. Y'all need them to have a few leaves. So I think I'm gonna do um I'll do two seeds. Um I'll do two seeds per cell because I am doing three cells, and that's a potential for six plants. And again, y'all, like I said, I understand that some of these, it might not be the right calendar time, but I picked these a long time ago, like when I was supposed to start sowing my seeds, y'all, and I didn't do it. Time got away from me. I was focusing on my fruit trees, and that's what got all of my attention. Y'all, I said this in yesterday live stream, but this weekend is the weekend that I get to see if the grafts on my apple trees took. So I have a Fuji apple tree that's in the ground. Let me make sure. Okay, Giant Noble. Let me make sure I put it correct, y'all. So I have a Fuji apple tree in the ground, and it has done very well. And right now, after the grafts, it's still very healthy. It is leafing out, it is flowering. I even see small apples, starting to grow. So I know the full tree is healthy, which is real promising, to me. But I have grafted two grafts each of four different varieties of apples, and I'm not gonna try to guess them all, y'all, because I don't remember, but I know for sure that I did at least one YouTube short and a couple of community posts, and you can find out exactly what varieties that I grafted. Now, this is the first time I have grafted um apple scions or budwood to my apple tree. And I have 8 grafts on the tree now. But even if only one of the 8 is successful, I'm going to be happy. I'm going to be ecstatic. I did get the grafts locally. So that means that the varieties that I picked should do well in my zone and in my even microclimate or area, because y'all know we people can be in the same zone, even in the same state or the same city, but the microclimates be completely different depending on if you are closer or farther away from water, if your elevation is higher or lower than your neighbors. A lot of different things can determine even microclimates inside of the growing zones. All right, y'all. So we have the spinach here, the Bloomsdale longstanding, and the Giant Noble. That is done. Y'all, we popping and rolling through this. Yeah, I should be able to get the other ones done. I know I'm way past my 1 hour mark that I was trying to stay in for these, but hold on, let me look. I pulled both of them out trying to trying to hurry up. So the next one that I'm gonna do, let's do the rest of the lettuce. So I have 3 more varieties of lettuce. So that'll be 6 total varieties of lettuce that I'm doing. Let me get that together. And and you can see it on the screen. So 2022, this is Black Seeded Simpson. This lettuce has always done well for me. So I have no problem with that one. This is a 2022 Grand Rapids lettuce. Oh, thank you, David Corey. I sure appreciate it. But look, I'm counting time a little bit because as soon as I finish this live stream, I got about enough time to clean up, stuff a little food in my mouth, and then I'm on my way to one of my garden group meetings. So I'm counting the time a little bit. And then the last one I have is the Paris Island Cos. This is also 2022. I find that at least for me, or in my experiences, the lettuce seeds do tend to do well for me beyond current year. Now, some plants do better at remaining viable after current year. Some do better, some do worse. My experience with lettuce is that they tend to give me 2 or 3 years, or I think the longest or the oldest seeds I tried with lettuce were about 4 years. And after that point, I think maybe I had like 50% germination. But you have so many seeds in a pack of lettuce, even 50% germination is still good. That's enough for several sandwiches, and some salads and wraps. So I mentioned this earlier. Um, if you're just catching this part of the live stream, if you are interested in trying out, to sow some old seeds, all you have to do is send me a self-addressed and postage paid envelope, and then the varieties that you want to try. I try to send you between 5 and 10 seeds, just depending on how many seeds I have left, how many people ask, for each type of seed. But I try to give you enough, more of the smaller seeds, less of the larger seeds, because I usually have less. But I try to give you enough to at least be able to try it out, and see if it works for you. And I obviously give you more than 2 or 3 seeds because these are older seeds, and you might need a little bit more, when you're talking about the germination, the viability of the seeds. So if you want to do that, go ahead and send me that information. And you can always email me at healymeans@gmail.com if you want to just kind of double check and confirm, hey, do you have enough of these seeds left to send me some? I'll be happy to do it. So the only thing it costs you is a letter and stamps, and I will gladly share some of these seeds with you. These are the Paris Island Cos seeds, if those are coming up on the screen. And I like these because it is a romaine type lettuce. And yeah, I really like romaine lettuce. That's one reason why I'm sowing these seeds. And then I'm also sowing the red romaine, because that is one of my favorite types of lettuce. So romaine lettuce and butter crunch, y'all. I like both of those. I really like both of those. So I'm gonna do let me do like four of each of these, y'all. And I do not want to flip this thing over because these little bitty seeds. But if I if I could get the general like location of where they fell, y'all, I will sweep up the whole thing and just like sweep up whatever I sweep up and put it in a starter cup and see if anything happened. Hey Mike, how you doing? I was waiting for you in the live stream last night. Now y'all, where I put the seeds? Did I put them on the end? Did I put them in the middle? Y'all, wait, hold up. Oh, I put them in the middle. I put them in the middle, y'all. But Mike, look, I was waiting for you to jump on them comments about the squirrels. When people was talking about the squirrels and stuff like that, I was ready for you to give us a whole lesson on them squirrels. That live stream was definitely entertaining. It was entertaining, and at the same time, educational and full of knowledge, and sprinkling some wisdom in there too. I'm telling you, that was good. So let me put this back in the pack. Let's grab the popsicle stick. Yep, the Paris Island Cos, and cover this over. And like I said, I'm going to sprinkle in a little bit more starter mix over the top of each of these cells before I water them in. And if you saw me earlier get up and go to my front door when the doorbell rang, that was the UPS man dropping off the domes that fit on top of these starter trays. So I'm gonna have those. I knew they were coming today, but you know how they give you like a time frame, but not exactly what time. So I didn't know if they were coming before the live stream, during the live stream or after the live stream. Let me show you what the domes look like. So these are the domes that I purchased, and I purchased enough for the 4 starter kit trays that I have, and then the 4 more that I want to have, that I want to get. I'm gonna wait for a sale. And let me just show you, let's see. So I do have a little affiliate code, referral link, or whatever you want to call it, for StreamYard if you're new to that and you want to try it out. And also for Greenstalk. Now I really would like to have, and just being 100% honest with the garden community, I would love to have the Greenstalk code where you get $10 off of every purchase of $75 or more. And I think that is the original code that I had. But then I contacted them and they switched me to the current code that I have, and it's only $10 off of a first purchase. I think if I could get enough people, to use the code that they gave me, then maybe they can like upgrade me or switch me over to the code where you save $10 off of every $75 or more purchase. Because I see a lot of gardening YouTubers, and that's the code that they have. That's the code that I want. So, y'all support me. If you're interested in all of the different ways, you could just send me an email. Say, hey, Healy, girl, you crazy planting all of them seeds, and it's way past the time. We gonna see. We gonna see. All right, that was the Grand Rapids. So let's put that here. And then the last one is going to be the black seeded Simpson. And y'all, the black seeded Simpson lettuce, it has consistently grown well for me. Now, I don't know how things are gonna do this time around, because some of these seeds, I am, sowing the seeds like outside of their uh comfort zone. Y'all, but we're gonna see. We're gonna see. Like I said, I don't have to have the largest, um, like the largest produce individual. Like I don't need lettuce to be the size of my head. I can have lettuce be the size of my palm and still be okay with it. My goal is to see how far I can take um these seeds out of their comfort zone, and for them to still germinate and grow to harvest. And then those seeds I would definitely save, because I'm working on growing growing fruits, vegetables, and herbs kind of outside of their regular growing period, because I want to be able to have um food grown from home, vegetables, fruits, and herbs grown from home instead of grown at the store. So like, strawberry berries and stuff, how we go to the store, you can get berries year round going to the store. Well, I want berries year round growing from my house. That way I know from seed to harvest everything that's involved in it. I know it wasn't, like cryo frozen until, sometime. I know it wasn't injected with, a preservative, or, something to stimulate the growth or something to delay the growth, something to make it fit year round, whatever, the glossy finish on the apples, and just all of that kind of stuff, the pesticides and everything like that. I want to grow things myself, and I want to have certain things year round. And so that's why I test the limits. Every year I test the limits with at least a few things I grow, so I can try to see if I can get it outside the comfort zone. So, and David, look, David and Mike, you too. So I know everybody is doing like the watermelon wars, and I'm not sure if I could be with you on that, but I'm trying to get down with the cantaloupe wars. I'm trying to do that. I'm not sure if I'm gonna be doing it this year. I don't know. I do have cantaloupe that I think I sold on the first day. So I think I have two or three kind of cantaloupe. I have an orange honeydew melon, and I have two type of watermelon. So technically the seeds were sown on Monday of this week. So I think that was the 21st, Monday of this week. But I have not like watered them in and set them out in the elements, yet. I think the challenge have already started. I probably missed the dates or whatever, but I can follow along in spirit. I could do that. I could follow along in spirit. So even if I'm not ready, this year, I can be ready next year. All right, y'all. And let me clean this up right quick. And now for the grand finale. The grand finale, ladies and gentlemen. I have two seeds left. And let me just show you what they are. Because I held this one to last on purpose. So I have a 2024 spinach. And this is from Alliance of Native Seed Keepers. And if you remember, I did an unboxing, a haul or whatever when I received my order from this company. And we had like a little mix up or whatever in the beginning, but they fixed everything. They sent me a big long email with a whole explanation. They broke it down. I had zero questions after they responded to the email that I sent for them. Everything was fixed. Everything was, corrected. Zero interest. I mean, zero like issues, with them at all. I have a referral link to them also. I don't think I put it in here. No, I don't think I put it in here. But I do have a referral link, check the description box. But I'm gonna be sowing these America spinach seeds to just test the company. Again, these are 2024 seeds though, but to test, the company, the seeds of viability. Also because they America spinach, like America. I believe in that. And then these seeds, y'all. I know you see it up on the screen, but I just got to give it to you close. These are 2014. And look, you can see like the words on the back. These are 2014 seeds by Burpee, Big Ruffles Hybrid Spinach. Now, I'm going to be doing three cells of each of these two seeds. But y'all, if these 2014 spinach seeds germinate and grow to harvest, y'all know I'm gonna save these seeds. This is what the seeds look like. They still look good. I don't see any issues with them, no mold, no like discoloration or whatever. They look like really good seeds, really good seeds. So I'm gonna actually do them first because I have them in my hand. These are 2014 Burpee Big Ruffles Hybrid spinach seeds. So we're gonna try them, and I think because I'm doing three cells, let's try 3 seeds per cell, and we'll see what we come up with. And I am going to do my best to like baby these seeds, baby the seedlings, try to give them just enough sunlight and heat so they grow, but not so much sunlight and heat that they get extremely stressed or hurry up and bolt. I really want to see what I can get out of these seeds. And I'm definitely going to save seeds if these germinate and grow to harvest. Now, David Corey, would you say I grew a cantaloupe bigger than a sugar beet? Yes, indeed. I believe you. I believe you. I know y'all got the secret sauce. You, Mike, Odom, Broke Farmer. I know y'all got the secret sauce. I know y'all do. But I love, to me, because y'all get down and y'all get real serious too. Y'all be y'all be serious about that watermelon wars. But it's good though. It's good. It's all in good fun. You know, I know it. And I like to see the progress of everybody when they're growing their watermelons. And some people tell you like the soil they use or whatever, and then some people have like, you know, little secret extra ingredient that they don't tell us about. Hey, I hear it. Because everybody trying to, you know, everybody trying to win. Everybody trying to have the largest or the heaviest watermelon. So you can't give all the information again. All of now, Corey, you already told you gonna win again. What is the what's the time frame of the watermelon wars this year? Put that information in the box for me. I gotta figure out all about like moderators and, you know, adding people to do like what this and that. You know, I have to learn how to do all of that. But if you have the information for the watermelon wars, like the date or the time frame, like can people join today, or is it too late? You know, what's the beginning date, what's the end date? Put the hashtag in there for us, so even if we, you know, too late to the party, we could still you know, follow along and just and watch the journey, watch the competition. Oh, April to October. Well, you know what? Hey, I might still be on time with it. I might still be on time with it because I just sowed those seeds on Monday, but technically, um, they're gonna get started today because today is when I'm actually gonna, you know, water them and put them outside and stuff. Cause oh, that thank you, bro, form. I sure appreciate that. Thank you very much. All right, now let me see. Now this is my first time like opening a packet for these Alliance of Native Seed Keepers, but look at all of the information that's on the packet. And I think I talked about this when I did like the unboxing or whatever. They give you the plant name, the variety, you get the family name, the history, info, traits, growth, spring, oh, like when to plant it, sun and soil requirements, water requirements, harvest, uses, colors, and nutrition. Then you get the zone hardiness, the seed depth, plant spacing, days to sprout, and days to harvest. Yes, indeed. Now you can't, I mean, what other information do you need? I don't even know if I could fit all of this like in the screen, but you see it there. You get so much information, and there's a lot of seeds in here. There's a lot of seeds in here, and I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna do like 3 per cell, and I have 3 cells. Let me see, y'all. Where is, oh, here it is right here. And I'm just using my little tweezers, y'all. In the beginning, on Monday, on the first day, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna use my tweezers, and I'm gonna just do, you know, 2 per cell, 3 per cell, you know, with the smaller seeds. Y'all see today? I'm I'm trying not to flood the whole cell with you know, with seeds, but let me just say I'll be just a little bit more liberal. Not too crazy though. I mean, at the most, I think I put probably like maybe 5 seeds. Now for the lettuce, y'all might have been like 6, but you know, I didn't go crazy and fill like the whole cell full of seeds. I didn't do that, but I sure wasn't trying to pick 2. All right, yeah. Hashtag Watermelon Wars 2025 and Wars with a Z. In case you're listening to me and you're not looking in the chat, or I don't know I know for a while YouTube has stopped the chat for the replays. I think it's back though, right? Is the replay chat back? I had got so used to just, listening and watching the video. I wasn't even paying attention with the with the chat being back for the replays, but I think it is. Now look at somebody trying to call me, y'all, while I'm doing this live stream. Good thing I'm almost finished, but I'm gonna need them to I'm gonna call them back in just like a few minutes. So y'all, I'm kind of wrapping it up. Please remember, subscribe to my channel, like the live stream, share the live stream. Get the notifications bell. My understanding is that the best thing though, the thing that makes the most difference or whatever with the live streams or your videos, your uploads, whatever, is liking them. So if you don't do anything else, if you could just please like the live stream, I would appreciate it. And go back and watch the other 3. So I did one live stream for each of the 4 trays that I sold seeds. This is the first one where I actually sold all of them on camera, and you can see it took us. I started at 3 o'clock my time, so we just over an hour. We just over an hour. Now look at it calling me right back. Y'all, I'm gonna have to go because it might be something serious and I don't want to like miss out on that. But y'all, I'm gonna be watching this very closely because this is the 2014 seeds and then the 2024 America seeds. We have the full, y'all. This is the full and final tray. Y'all, matter of fact, let me just take this off. Let me come full screen because y'all know I need I think I'm gonna need this for the to update the thumbnail, y'all. I keeps it 100. All right, so here is the final set. Not y'all, that don't look good. Let me see. How can I what y'all think about that? Cheese. So this is the final tray of all of the seeds that I have sown, y'all. So many varieties, fruits, vegetables, herbs, and even flowers. Speaking of that, I have one more thing that I want to show you. So I got this is an edible flower mix, and it was the 2025. It's a 2025 edible flower mix of 16 varieties. And let me see, because I think at least I thought I did. Hold on, let me see. If I can show that to you. Yep, this right here. And hopefully this will let me see. No, let's see what's happening here. I'm trying to I might be doing this wrong. I'm just showing you because it's 16. It's 16 variety. There it is. So this pack, y'all, and this pack is thick. Like there's seeds all. This pack is thick, and there's 16 different varieties of edible flowers here. And you can see the names: hollyhock, English daisy, calendula, or pop marigold, safflower, dwarf cornflower or bachelor button, chicory, organic coriander or cilantro, sweet William, leaf fennel, garland daisy, hyssop, sweet alyssum, large leaf Italian basil, African marigold, and nasturtium. So all of those seeds are in here. And even though I already planted some flower seeds, um, I might find like a different, my starter cups, the silicone starter cups that I have, the clear with the orange bottom. I might sow some of these, in that. And we'll see what we'll come up with, because number one, I'm trying to add more flowers to my garden for color, for variety, for the pollinators. And then if I could eat them, that's like a bonus, like for real, for real. And I'm trying to expand from vegetables, fruit, and herbs. Never gonna leave them now, but I'm trying to also expand. That's why I got into the fruit trees. I'm trying my hand at grafting. Just expanding my knowledge and my experience, because like many of us, I've been gardening for a long time. This is not my first, second, third, or 10th or 20th rodeo. Not at all. But I always learn something new, and I always want to learn something new. That's why I really enjoy the garden community that we have on YouTube. Like I said, I'm only on YouTube, so I'm sure there are other gardeners on the different platforms, but I'm only on YouTube, so that's what I see. The community is wonderful. We are so just great at welcoming new gardeners, or even more experienced gardeners, but that are new to the YouTube space, helping people when they're having issues, spreading the news, the information, the knowledge and wisdom that we might not get otherwise. Y'all, I love to see it. And it's beautiful. But with that being said, like my mama tell me, no, because y'all, it's gonna come out wrong, and that ain't the way she mean it. But y'all, that's all I have for this video. Please remember to subscribe to my channel, click that notifications bell, make sure it is set to all. Like, comment, and share with everyone you know. And until next time, be safe, be well, and be blessed. And y'all know I still, for the last for the last thing, I still ain't got it right. I still ain't got it right. Let me see. How do I get out of this, y'all? I'm just trying to exit. That's all I'm trying to do. Let's see. In the live stream. Yes. Oh, also, so if you were here for the live stream, any part of it, even 1 second, thank you so much. I really appreciate you being here. If you're coming back from the replay, thank you so very much. I appreciate you being here. If you have any questions about anything that I did in these 4 live streams where I sowed my seeds finally, y'all, for the 2025 garden year, send me an email. If you want to write me a letter or, send me something, my post office box. And then otherwise, y'all, I will see you the next time. Bye. Do I want to end the live stream? Yes, I want to end it. I clicked that already, y'all. Bye.